Today I come to Brighton on the train. I'm here at Brighton Railway at the train station on an extremely hot and extremely busy day, and I want to go and show you all the sights here at this metropolitan city, London by the sea, and it's absolutely chocker and it's a bit of fun. Don't normally do this sort of thing, so I thought this would be a bit of a laugh. First thing I've got to do is come down the hill into the main town. There's a remarkable building, I've not seen that before, with, I don't know, plants growing out of the wall. Can you see that? Absolutely amazing. Right, it's noisy, it's going to be a bit rough, there's a little bit of a breeze, but we'll see how it goes. And as you make your way down towards the seafront, which is not too far, but a bit of a stretch if you're not very good at walking, there's a whole mixture of different properties here, from Victorian, or Georgian, Victorian, and then a lot more recent, like the rather ugly edifice bang opposite me. And all the way are lots of little independent shops, little supermarkets, different nationalities. It's a very metropolitan, almost like, well, it is London, isn't it, by the sea. I'm filming this on a Friday. It's about 11:30. Very, very busy, as I say. You get the heat coming off. We've had this heat wave for a few weeks now, and you get the heat coming off all this concrete and the tiles and everything else. And it's all a little bit mad. And it's interesting watching the people coming down from the station, because you think, are they coming straight down for the beach? Are they coming to the shops? Are they going to the lanes? There's lots of different places, and of course in my video I'm not likely to get everything in. This is just going to be a small smattering of what it's like, a snapshot, if you like, of one day in Brighton. And Brighton is so different to Worthing, where I normally live, and yet it's only, what, 12 miles away along the coast. Worthing to the west, Brighton to the east. I used to go busking here many years ago in Brighton. I guess buskers still come down here. It'll be interesting to see if there are any. Today would be a great day for it. During the summer holidays, end of the week, people coming down for the weekend. I remember doing one with a chap called Andrew King years ago, and then we'd finished doing our silly busking. I don't know that we made much money. There was a pub somewhere up there. I think I've passed it, but I'm not sure. And we went in there, and I just seem to remember they had on the not the radio, but the thing they play, "Come on Eileen," Dexys Midnight Runners, there you go, Blast from the Past. And we used to muck about. We were both doing mime, that's it, it's all come back to me. White-faced mime down somewhere near the pier. I won't be doing that today for sure. So I'm first going to go and have a quick look at the commercial side of Brighton. I mean, it's all It's all fairly commercial, but I mean, a lot of people come down to Churchill Square, where you've got a lot of the big brand name shops and all of that, all in one place. And in the past, I've come here to film, and people have come up and said, "Oh, you can't film here, mate." But now that cameras are much smaller and people are filming on their phones, it's so much more different. And you've got the concessions here with some various different Mediterranean foods and hot dogs by the looks of things. I guess that's an old Airstream, isn't it? That's fantastic. How lovely. Ice cream scoop, £3, and savoury crepe from cheese one from about £5 if you want one. Absolutely excellent. And then the main shopping area is this huge edifice. I won't go in because you know what shopping centres look like. I'm not sure what that is. Somebody will know. A little bit of modern art, or what do you call it when you put statues outside? Sculpture. Yeah, a bit of sculpture. So anyway, right, let's move on. Lots of modern sort of stuff on this side. Hey?
Hello.
Hello. Where are you from?
Yeah, I live Brighton.
Ah, brilliant. What's the best place to go and look at in Brighton?
Brighton Pier.
Brighton Pier. Excellent. I shall do that on my journey.
Alright.
What have you been buying? Anything nice?
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
All right.
Thanks.
Have a good holiday. Can you be on holiday if you live in Brighton? I suppose you can. Every day's a holiday in Brighton. So down this street, I forget what it's called. Here we go. Look, I'll just walk right across the road. I don't care. The main buses come up, and this is where you pick your bus back if you're going back to wherever it is you're going by bus. And then you've got some of the older streets, much more established, older, bigger Georgian buildings, and then of course places like Marks and Sparks, which is just here, which is a lot more modern. I'm not going to go down there because it's just shops, and it's a one straight line and it gets very busy. So we're going to head down. I ought to go and have a look at the lanes really, although I've actually missed that opportunity coming down the main road. So I may, if I remember, go up the lanes on the way back. But I may have run out of battery and time by then. So we'll go down and see some of the more, what would you call it? Funkier places. Funky, that's a good word. Funkier places of Brighton. Work our way down to the pier and see what's down there. I think it's much easier to do a vlog in a place that's just very busy, because people are too busy to give you much time. They might look and scream, as some of these kids are doing. But however, as I say, it's far easier, and people are on the move, and also Brighton is so arty as well. You've got a lot of students and a lot of individual types here, which means that people kind of accept you a hell of a lot more. I think that's why a lot of people come to Brighton, because it's that kind of town where anything goes and nobody really bats an eye. So it makes doing something like this a hell of a lot easier. Brown's, which is a brazier and bar, it says. I'll tell you a funny story about that. One time I was here with another lady years ago, and I think it must have been in the winter, the doors were all shut, and I thought I found the door, and I went to push it and just smashed my face up against the window. It was quite deceptive, but yeah, so I always remember Browns. Harriet, who was with me, just fell about laughing, and I've never lived it down. Oh, it looks like there's another Browns, or is it the same one? Oh, there's another bit with it here. Two lots of Browns. So as far as I'm aware, there's sort of what they call two lots of lanes. There's these sort of more commercial, I mean, again, they're all commercial, but more expensive shops in these narrow, older lanes. And then there's the second set of lanes that head up towards the station, but they're parallel to the road I came down. Look at this. They're all ducks, you know. Oh, it's called the Duck House. Extraordinary. All right, ducky. There's a lot of expensive jewellery shops here. There's a lady there, hello. She's waving to me. Look at all that lot. Fantastic. And watch straps as well. And gold. And all of that. Seeing she waved, we'll give her a bit of promotion. There we are. Just seen a delivery van there, and I was thinking it must be a nightmare for people who've got the courier service to get in and out, especially with all the people around. Very, very busy. This is a very beautiful little area. I mean, it's all very trendy, it's all very beautiful, and it all comes from a historic perspective with all these amazing houses. Look at these up here. These wonderful Georgian houses that now have a completely different use than what they were originally. Although hopefully some of the pubs, hello, here's a delivery man trying to get through. Some of the pubs, no doubt, have been here for donkey's years.
Sorry.
That's all right. Right. I'm actually trying to make my way down towards the pavilion. I thought it would be quite fun to have a look at that, but I'm just getting lost in all these wonderful little passages. We're going to go down Market Street. Let's have a look at that. Here we go. I found the pavilion, which is fantastic. There's a bit of scaffold up actually, which is a little bit of a shame. However, let's get back into the sun here. Looks like there's a wedding going on right over there. But anyway, it's funny, I can't go anywhere these days now without somebody approaching me. I was just walking up here and somebody said, I know you, I recognise you, you're the bloke that does the videos. And I said, oh yeah. He said, I'm in Italy, but I'm originally from Sompting. And he said, oh, you did a few round there. I said, oh yeah, I remember that during the lockdown. He said, I'm over on holiday. And what are the chances of that? So there you are. Anyway, let's go and have a quick look at the pavilion. It'll be just a very quick shufty because there's more things to do. Brighton Museum and Art Gallery. I remember some time ago doing a podcast on murders, and they had in the museum, in the archive, some files on this particular murder. I can't remember which one it was now. But yeah, I had reason to go in there and get the old fish files out, as they call them. Look at this. Beautiful hollyhocks. They're doing so much better than mine. But then the garden's doing so much better, even though it's parched. And I don't know whether these guys would be allowed to use their hose pipe or something, because we've got a bit of a hose pipe ban. I'm not sure if it's in Sussex, but it's in Surrey and Hampshire, I believe. Right, let's have a mosey at the Royal Pavilion. I'm not going to give you the history of it because it's all online, you can look it up. Classic view of the pavilion, and people come and they take pictures of themselves, as the couple just did. I didn't film them, but young lady there sort of modelling, as it were, in front of this incredible facade here. Just absolutely stunning and beautiful, and I'm just looking to see where is the best place, whoops, don't fall into the fish pond, where to get a good picture of it overall. But this is the main classic image that you'll see. I think I've just answered my own question about the hose pipes. They can obviously put in a little squirter thing. Actually, I'm going to get soaked, so I'm going to try and find how you get out of here, back onto the road down to the sea. There's a pathway here. I think that might just do it. The Victorians knew how to do things, didn't they? Not only impressive, but long-lasting as well. We don't seem to do that. We don't seem to invest in our future anymore, which is such a shame. This beautiful fountain here, just over the top, sort of, what's the word? I can't think of the word I want now. But these giant fish of some description down the bottom there. Absolutely beautiful. And of course, when it was working, it must have looked great. I don't know whether it still works or whether it's because we're in a drought that it's not working. But it would have been so impressive. And they just knew how to do this sort of stuff. And sadly, in this modern era, we've got lots of good things in the modern era. I know sometimes I knock it a bit, but it is a shame that we don't invest in more beautiful things that will be here in years to come. The coast is just down there. Let's go and see what's happening on the beach. So here we are on the prom. It's going to be a bit noisy, I'm afraid. And I'm heading towards the pier, but before I go to the pier, I just want to have a look at the, what is it? The Sea Life Centre. The Aqua Arena, I was going to say, but it's called the Sea Life Centre. But here is the pier. Again, I remember trying to do some filming on the pier, and some burly blokes came out and said, "Oh no, you can't do that." That was about 15 years ago now. Here's something, I hope the music isn't copyright. Here's something, the world's oldest aquarium. I didn't know that, there we are, it's still here. And apart from that music, which I hope is not going to give us a problem. not been to the Sea Life Centre for many years. When my kids were really small, we took them, and I seem to remember there was a big tunnel of glass that you could wean your way through and see underneath the sharks. There's a little child there who's don't know, having a few problems. Right, let's go into the pier and see what it's like. The pier here in Brighton, Palace Pier, is so different to the one in Worthing. It's obviously bigger, a lot more busier, and has so many amusements and all of that. Well, of course it is in a very big city, which caters for a hell of a lot more people. I can smell candy floss, and there's everything else that you could imagine: sweets, cakes, candy floss, ice drinks. Oh, ice drinks, that would be nice at the moment. Slush puppies, all the sort of kiss me quick stuff. Bath bombs, they even sell some bath bombs and little trinkets and various bits and bobs. It's all very exciting, isn't it?
It is, yes, it's
Been here before?
many times.
Ah, it's a lovely
My son
pier.
lives here, so
Oh, does he? Oh, there
when
we
he's
go.
away, we come and occupy his house.
A good idea.
Or something like that.
That's it. Push him
We're
out.
called
and you-
squatters.
You've got a lovely holiday then, haven't you?
Unofficial.
Unofficial holiday. Fantastic. This is one of the things I always think looks great on a pier. It's the old tarot reader, or Mystic Meg, or Mystic so-and-so. And they're just putting that together now. Or at least renovating it or something. Coming up to the end of the pier head, at the pier head, where there's all the famous amusements. So I've come back now down to the prom, and I'm going to just have a little walk along where they've got some more of those galloping horses on a carousel, which is absolutely brilliant. And then of course you've got that donut thing, which I'm not sure if I'm going to get that far, but we'll see. So there we go. The beach is looking actually pretty tidy. And I guess that's because there's plenty of bins along here. It's very well organised. Sometimes in Worthing it's very hard to find somewhere to dispose of your rubbish. And here the arches underneath the road, full of all sorts of trinket shops and various things, which is lovely to see.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to be any takers for the galloping horses. I'm not sure if it's actually open at the moment. The other one on the pier wasn't running, so maybe these just come to life in the evenings. I'm not sure that the tide goes out very far in Brighton. It always seems in. In Worthing, you've got to pick the time right if you want to go for a swim. So I'm just taking a little stroll down here. I think the tide is up anyway at the moment. I was looking at the tide timetables because yesterday I did go for a swim in Worthing and I had to make sure that I got the right tide table. But it is extremely busy. I'm really liking the umbrellas. I don't know whether you hire those umbrellas or whether they're, I don't know where you would get them from. I don't know where you would get them from, but they make a lovely sea of red, and in weather like this you definitely need the shade. Fascinating to see some of these old boats. You see similar ones but not as big in Worthing. Look inside this. The old net loft, it says up there, and then I guess there's a bit of a sort of a history museum-y type feeling with some of these boats. Now somewhere along here on the seafront I once bought a kayak. It was a kayak, not a boat like this.
Oh yeah, you like unwind it so it's really heavy and then it stops.
I am so tempted to strip off and jump in the water. The beach is so busy, I've got nowhere to place my stuff, and I don't really want to leave the GoPro. Although the GoPro is actually waterproof, so one day maybe I'll go for a swim, take it with me. I'm going to start heading back now towards the station. So, got to just work out. I know it's that way somewhere. We'll find it. I think I've got about 15 minutes to wait. Not quite sure what platform it's going to be on yet, doesn't say, but that's okay. Might get myself something to eat, or at least something to drink.